I genuinely cannot fathom how you've just done that.
Okay, this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, magic lovers, this is it. Any card, any number is probably one of the most overdone tricks in the world. I've made a lot of videos about any card, any number, but it's overdone for a reason. Spectators love it, magicians love it. The effect is so simple and so pure, and yet when done right, feels so impossible. And this right here, the any card, any number I'm going to teach you in this video, is going to be the last one I will ever teach on YouTube, maybe anywhere. This is it, because this ACAAN ticks all of the right boxes for me, and that's why I call it perfect. Not because it's checking some arbitrary magician checklist, but because it does everything that I need in an ACAAN. It is ridiculously easy. It is 100% hands-off, as in you give the deck to the spectator at the start of the trick, you never touch the cards again. It is fully examinable, instantly repeatable, uses zero sleight of hand, no cuts, no shuffles, no controls, nothing. They deal the cards, and the selection process is so fair, the audience member will be convinced that there is absolutely zero force at play. All of that, and so much more, this is Random Card at Random Number, the tutorial. Enjoy. I'm going to do a demo of this trick, but if you want to see a performance of this trick with a spectator, then I've already done that. I will link that video down below. Make sure to go and check that out. But I am currently alone to do a demonstration in studio of this trick, so I'm going to handle the deck, but just know that there's no tricky dealing or anything like that. You're going to learn how it's done in a minute. I'm going to handle the deck as the spectator, so it is fully hands-off for the magician at this point. And obviously, I'm not going to just name a card and a number, so I've got this to help me out, which is an any card, any number generator, right? Which obviously makes it totally fair. It's got two buttons. You can randomize the card and you can randomize the number. So let's just randomize the card. You see the number stays at 1, but we can change the card a load. We can change the number a load. I'll zoom right in here, show you this. We'll change the number a bunch. Back to changing the card, back to changing the number. The spectator can play around with this as much as they want. They can change their mind as much as they want, but we're gonna go with this, which is 8 of spades, 22. Okay, 8 of spades, 22. Completely random. The cards have been here the whole time, they're in the box. I can't change the order, I can't get the 8 of spades to 22, but this is it. So from the top of the deck, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. They could have changed their mind as much as they wanted. That's the 8 of spades. That is Random Card at Random Number. And just like that, the trick is reset. All I needed to do was put the cards back in the box, and it is reset. It is as easy as that, and it works every single time. So, how is this done? In my last 2 videos on the channel here, I've been speaking about Random Card at Random Number. So for those of you that have seen those videos, probably not a surprise at this point to learn that the app is kind of part of the method here. This is part of the method. So even when you have a spectator, you're gonna give them your phone with this app to help them choose the card. That is the framing. It's not, this is gonna choose a card, it is, you are gonna choose a card, but this is gonna help you. That is super, super important. If you make it seem like the app is gonna choose the card and the number, then it's a lame trick, right? The phone is the spectator. No, this is for them. This is to help them. And when you perform this to spectators, quite often they will say, oh, that's really, really helpful. You bring this out and spectators love it. They are like, oh my gosh, that's great, because now I'm gonna pick a card and number that I wouldn't usually pick. In this case, 8 of spades and 22, they would go, yeah, I would never think of that. That is truly random. There is no way that you could have known that I would pick that. Not that the phone would pick that I would pick that. There are a few things that make this really fooling. First of all, the randomness of this, it really does seem truly random. But second of all, the 2 buttons. It's not just one button to change card and number, although that is inbuilt if for whatever reason you want that. You can tap the card and it changes the card and the number. But you've also got 2 separate options, which means you can randomize the card and keep the number the same, or you can randomize the number and keep the card the same. You can do both of those independently, and then with just one small thing, in this case, ace of spades and 7, that works, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It matches, right? Every single time. But how? Well, there is one thing that I'm doing. Quite literally one thing that I'm doing, or one thing that I'm getting the spectator to do, and that is change their mind. This is the genius of this app, because yes, you can change the card as much as you want. Yes, you can change the number as much as you want, and you can go back and forth on these things. But when you click the other button, so I was changing the card just then, if I now change the number one more time, it will match that card to the position it is in that deck. So this deck is in a certain order that the app knows about. So one more button press, 3. 7 of diamonds at 3, and as we've seen a couple of times, 1, 2, 3, the 7 of diamonds is right there. This stack that I'm using right here is called mnemonic, but as I say, you can use any order of cards, quite literally. I'll cover that in a second, so if you're not a fan of that, don't worry, you can change it. Immediately, you can already see the power of this, because what it allows you to do is, by giving your spectator a tool to help them choose the card, you're actually implementing a force. But unlike pretty much every other, any card, any number that is out there that uses a force, you don't know what's going to be forced. You don't know if it's going to be the card or the number. Anytime you perform this, it will be different. It will change whether the card is forced or the number is forced. Every time you perform this trick, what makes the selection process so fair is that it will be 50% of free choice every single time. If they want a certain card, they can have a certain card. If they want a certain number, they can have a certain number. But if you don't like the one more hit thing, all you need to do is scroll up, and then where it says Magician Practice Tools, hit the full stop in that, and you are met with this, which I like to call the customization page, because this is where you can truly make the trick your own. You can change pretty much everything. Where it says number of clicks to force, in this case it's set to 0, which just means the force will happen straight away. But if you want, you can change that to 3. Right? So it's no longer 0, it's 3, which means 3 clicks, and it will match the stack. So in this case, we can change the number as much as we want, and I'll get a nice low number to demonstrate. Here we go, 11. So I've changed the number as much as I want to 11. Now if I tap randomize card, that isn't it. But if I tap it again, that isn't it. But if I tap it again, Queen of Hearts at 11, that is it. So on the third click, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, the Queen of Hearts. So now it's the third click. So if you want, you can say, oh, change the card 3 more times, or change the number 3 more times, whatever it is. And even though it makes it seem more random and more far removed from anything that you could control, you're still gonna get a perfect ACAAN outcome every single time. That is truly powerful. Personally, I like the just one click, but you can change that to be any number at all. 10, 20, it really doesn't matter. Another thing you can change is the stack. Here I am using mnemonic, which is the order of this pack of cards. It's called mnemonic, but there's also Aronson, if you prefer Aronson. There is Stebbins, and there is custom stack. When you press input, you can literally input every single card and its position from a shuffled deck. If you want, you can shuffle a pack of cards, get an order that literally no one in human history has ever had, and the app will know the order of your cards, and the trick will work the same. You can still change the number of clicks to force, and one last thing you can change. If I go back to mnemonic, which is my preferred one, it says 9 of diamonds is the face card, right? Which it is. Face card, 9 of diamonds, but you can change that in any format. Let's say I wanted Jack of clubs, right? I just enter JC. Now if I cut the deck so that the Jack of clubs is the face card, the entire order in the app, the entire stack is now reset so that the ACAAN will still work with this order. So you can change the face card, the any card at any number will still happen in the same way. There are so many customizations. Actually, what that allows you to do is you can have the app open on the settings page, lock the phone, have the spectator cut the deck a few times, thereby, apparently changing the order of the cards. All you need to do is glimpse the bottom card, in this case, Jack of Hearts. Now, when I open my phone, when I unlock my phone, all I'm gonna do is type in Jack of Hearts into that face card option. I close it down, the app works. So now they've apparently shuffled or mixed the pack, and the any card at any number will still work. There are so many things that are possible with this. One last thing I want to tell you about is that you can actually do multiple cards at multiple numbers with this app, which is not something that I've come across before when it's an any card at any number that happens 2, 3, 4 times with the same order, dealing right through to every selected number and card, and they will all be at the right card and number. It is wild that you can do that. And that is not something that was intentional, but it's kind of a side effect of the app, the way it's designed. I can't speak. I have no words. This is random card at random number. If you want to get your hands on RCARN, random card at random number, it is now available through Murphy's Magic, which means you can get it from your favorite magic shop websites. The links are down in the description to where you can purchase this and start performing what I think is the cleanest ACAAN, certainly in my repertoire, certainly that I've come across. This is my go-to any card at any number. It's something I've had a lot of fun performing and creating together with Lee over the past few months. It is kind of wild to me that like a year ago I wrote this down in a magic notebook, and now it's a reality, it's a thing that people can buy and you can start performing this. Thank you so much to everyone that has already purchased RCARN and is sending in lovely messages about performing with the trick already. That is fantastic. I did not expect that to start happening already, but it is, so thank you so much. Yeah, this is a bit of an unusual video, but if you enjoyed this one, if you enjoyed learning about RCARN, make sure to hit the thumbs up button down below. Really is appreciated. Consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you in the next video, whatever it is. Until then, take care.